The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. With the Kentucky Derby controversy still hovering, it's time to head to Baltimore. We'll have the second jewel to the Triple Crown, the Preakness Stakes, later this afternoon. Dick and I will preview that here at the top of the show. On the track, we'll head up to Belmont Park, the Grade 1 Man of War on the grass, the Grade 3 Peter Pan, at 1 1/8 at our local race of the week from a sloppy Sunday afternoon. Some high-priced optional claimers. We'll take a look at that coming up in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down at the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing. My friend Dick Girardi. And Dick, we'll get to the Preakness in just a moment, but there's a couple of things we still want to talk about what went on at the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Now, the lawyer that was hired for maximum security put together this video explaining why it was actually the fault of War of Will that the incident ever happened.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting video. I thought I could have done without some of the commentary, and they're playing Travis Stone saying he's up on the heels of. I mean, that was all silly. Let's just see what you have. Look, I don't know what precipitated maximum security to, and he obviously got off his path and went a couple of paths wide. Is it possible that it was because War of Will hit him from behind? Yeah, it is possible. And he was trying to get away from it. Another reason, if you're thinking this all the way through, you can't be sure, so you leave it up.
Right.
But it was an interesting video, another perspective, but it was from their perspective.
Yes.
Of course, the stewards have another perspective, but the bottom line is disqualified for the moment. I suspect this will end up in court somewhere, and I don't know, hopefully it doesn't take as long as Dancer's Image, which I think took like 4 years, but we'll see. I'm on the record.
Right.
Bad call, should not have been disqualified. I haven't changed my mind. Nothing I've seen has changed my mind.
Well, for the fans that haven't seen the lawyer video, the first thing they claim is that Gaffalione should have waited on the inside and instead decides to force his way out into a kind of a small hole in between maximum security and long-range toddy, and in doing so, starts to make contact with the hind quarters of maximum security. And it's that causes maximum security to react and come out.
Yeah, and that's possible. And I would say this, look, Gaffalione can do whatever he wants.
Right.
As it turned out, he made a mistake, a race riding mistake. Not illegal, but he should have waited because the rail was about to open up. But you don't know that. But yeah, then he did force his way out, and long-range toddy was there. And for those who, like John Court saying long-range toddy, well, he had a lot of run left. He was fouled, no telling where he would have been. Well, why did this horse get out on you and push you out of there?
Right.
War of Will. So, and my thing on War of Will has been the same from the get-go. Yeah, there was an incident. Maybe it cost him like a really half a length, something like that. He had 400 yards to catch the winner. He couldn't do it. And long-range toddy backed out. It comes down to justice or a literal interpretation of the rules.
Right.
They went with the rules. I'm all for justice. The best horse in the Derby finished 17th. Something is wrong with this
Now,
picture.
maximum security is not going to go later this afternoon.
He's not.
Country House, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, is not going to go. It's been a while since we have not had the Kentucky Derby winner of the Preakness.
No, it has been a while. You got to go all the way back to Grindstone
Yes.
in 1996, and he was hurt and retired after the race. Prior to that, it was Spend a Buck because he came up to for the money at Garden State Park. So yeah, it's very unusual, and really unusual when you had 2 winners and neither of them are coming, and neither, of course, is the second place horse or the third place horse. So it's unfortunate for the Preakness, but you know what? We'll still have a race.
Yes.
It'll be great, and I'll be probably gambling upon it.
Well, looks like it should be an excellent betting race, Dick. Let's talk about the Preakness. We're going to get 12, which is a big field for the Preakness. We're going to get 4 holdovers from the Derby and 8 new ones.
Yeah, and of the holdovers, and it's interesting, War of Will, everybody's saying, well, he got fouled, and that was the ruling by the stewards. I thought he ran great, and I don't think it had anything to do with him getting fouled. I thought the way the rider rode him early in the race, and it wasn't Gaffalione's fault, because the pace got backed up because it was so slow down the backstretch. The whole field was there, and he was locked in for what, a half a mile on the whole run? His mouth is wide open. He's crying to run. He wants to get out, and he still gave a great run to the 16th pole. I thought Mark Cassidy did a great job. I think War of Will was going to run great in the Preakness. The problem is his price will be less than it should be because everybody's going to bet him because of the other trouble, which I think was nonsense. So I don't know what, but at the moment he would be my pick. But Improbable had the same issues.
Yep.
He was locked in the whole race. He could never really get anywhere to run until it was too late and he didn't have a finish. And Mike Smith and Bob Baffert and Improbable, and he was best of all of the horses in the Derby. He's going to be the favorite for all those reasons. And they're both solid. But Improbable, I'm waiting for him to deliver on the promise that we all saw as a 2-year-old. I haven't seen it yet at 3.
And Dick, we get Win, who comes back, and Bodie Express, the baby, is back in the Preakness. Of the 8 new runners, we have some interesting ones. Always Mining, the horse that's been tearing it up down in Maryland, is going to try to make it for the locals. Yeah,
he's legit. It's interesting. I was down at Laurel in mid-March and bet against him in a race one day, thinking there was other speed in the race. Well, it turned out the other speed was rated, and the horse just crushed him. Then the next time, Always Mining off the pace, crushed the field in the Tessio. 92 Beyer, he's got a 96. I think he's the best local horse in the race in a long time.
Right.
I think he's legit, and I don't think he's the only new one that's legit. Bourbon War with our man who was on our show, whose name I can't remember, our good buddy from South Jersey.
It's a mouthful, I know that.
Great guy. He's part of that Bourbon Lane stable. I thought he ran great in the Fountain of Youth. He didn't make the Derby because of points. He's in. And I think the 2 Brad Cox horses, Owendale was really impressive in the Lexington. I think he's okay. And how about our man Marshall Graham? And it is with a supplement in this race.
Which you don't see very often.
No, of Warriors Charge, who won that allowance race at Oaklawn by 5, 97 Beyer. So Preakness is very interesting. I had a pretty good handle on the Derby by the end. I don't have as good a feel for this race. I thought the Derby was pretty obvious once Omaha Beach got scratched. Maximum Security was going to go to the front. He was going to win. He did, and then something happened.
Dick, it looks like a very interesting race. And
it does. It's the Preakness, man. It's always cool.
Let's get more on the running of the Preakness Stakes later today.
It was unfortunate what happened in the Derby, and so that was crazy. The most bizarre ending I've ever seen to it. I never thought I'd see that, but we have to move on, and so we'll just have to look forward to the next. Like Bill Belichick says, it's on to Baltimore. I think what Improbable is, he handled the race really well the other day, and but he came out of it really well. And that's the thing about him. I think the shorter distance is going to help him. Mile and a quarter might be stretching him, but you know what? For a horse that has run so many times, man, he doesn't look like he's run. So I'm really happy with the way he's moving. But the thing about his mechanics, he's really light on his feet, and so he doesn't really struggle. And we'll see how he handles Pimlico.
He's jogging and he's doing great, and he's happy and he's full of himself right now. And he's just a remarkable animal, and he's just such a good athlete. And we all love him, and we all. It's hard not to love him because he's a character in the barn. He's a little playful, and he's just a happy horse, and we love seeing that. And the rider Kim, she said he feels like he's going to explode and he feels like $1 million. So that's great to hear.
It should be a great race, and there's some really good horses running. I mean, I think some of the horses that didn't make the Derby are going to run big in this one, and then we'll all get probably hooked up at Belmont too.
He's always been a big, good-looking horse, and he just seems like he's getting bigger and stronger. And I mean, everything we've asked him to do so far, he's done. Between only having the 2 preps, so between the Fountain of Youth and then coming back in the Bluegrass, he was 3rd that day. He's getting better and better. It seems. We'll just look into the Preakness and see what he can come up with.
Post positions in the Derby are always greatly scrutinized. How about where they're placed in the gate for later today?
Yeah, less of an issue other than like if I'm the War of Will people, I'd rather be near the outside than the inside after he got locked in just get a free run. But yeah, not nearly as big a deal because unlike the Derby at a mile and 3/16 at Pimlico, you're already on the racetrack. You're not fighting your way to get on like they have to do, where you have to almost make a right turn to get on the track in that mile and a quarter shoot at Churchill.
Well, let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We're going to get to the track. We're going to have our local race of the week and also coverage of Courageous Stakes up in New York. We'll be right back with that after this.
And Global Campaign turns for home in front in the Peter Pan.
It's a Smarty Party at Parks Racing Labor Day.
Smarty Jones.
Get up close and personal with the Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner. Remember this? Don't miss this historic occasion as Smarty will parade one final time down the stretch to celebrate his 15th anniversary of horse racing immortality. Free family fun, plus the Grade 3 Smarty Jones Stakes and 6 other exciting races as well. Yes, Smarty is back at the track. See him live one final time, only at Parks Racing Labor Day.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing on this Preakness Day of 2019. Don't forget to come out here to the racetrack and enjoy the afternoon right here with us. All sorts of great festivities out in the picnic grove, the family fun, live music. You love live music.
I do love live music. I'll be watching it in the infield at Pimlico.
There we go. Well, come out and enjoy it right here with us at Parks. Well, let's get to our racing coverage. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Our local race of the week comes from a soggy Mother's Day. Sunday was just feel bad for the Bombs.
No, that was not fair.
Cold,
unfair.
It was wet. We had a sloppy racetrack. Dick, let's take a look at our high-level optional claimer here. 6.5 furlongs for the 3-year-olds and up. They'll be running for $47,000 at 6.5 furlongs. Number 7, One and Done, gets bet down late to 9-5 to be the favorite for high percentage guy Claudio Gonzalez coming up from Maryland. And Dick, this horse, as you look back, he doesn't run many bad races.
No, he does not, and that's the barn that doesn't have many horses that run bad races. He's been the dominant trainer down there for quite a while. When he comes to Parks, he often does well.
Second choice, number 5, American Talent, is 3-1 for trainer Eddie Coletti. Dick, he came off a long layoff to make his 4-year-old debut when he ran big. Sometimes when they run big after that long layoff, it's hard for them to run big again.
Are you suggesting something?
Possibly.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay, 6.5 in the slot. Here's the call. Dancing Bull past the half-mile pole, gets clear by 2. American Talent in hot pursuit second. Inky Dinky Doo will be 3 wide at the turn, now sitting third on the outside. One and Done beginning to run between horses. Working on a Dream down nearest the rail. Dennis's Diamond continues to run 6th. That is now better than 6 lengths behind. 11-1 on Dancing Bull, who goes roaring past the quarter pole with a 4, almost a 5-length lead. One and Done is now second. After that comes American Talent and Working on a Dream. But Dancing Bull running a big one today. Final furlong, it's still a 5-length lead. One and Done on the inside. Between horses Working on a Dream, but it's all Dancing Bull. Love the off-going today. Well, can you say going, gone? How about Dancing Bull? 11-1 for D. Curry with Anthony Salgado. Breaks sharply, I dare say.
Yes,
sprints to the lead and just keeps running. Goes on to win 6.5 lengths. Pays $25.40 to win. One and Done runs well again, finishes second. And then number 3, that would be Working on a Dream, finishes third. And Dick, Dancing Bull, a little bit inconsistent, but when he shows up with his game, he can really run.
Yeah, and is there anything better than a loose on the lead in the slop? It's just hard to make up ground. You've taken all that stuff back, the jockeys and the horses. They're going, get me out of here. And, yeah, that's the place to be, and that's where Dancing Bull was.
$25.40 to win. Let's get to our national coverage up to Belmont Park to take a look at the Grade 3 Peter Pan Stakes. It's the 3-year-olds that are prepping for the Belmont Stakes. Take that 1 turn, 1 mile and 1/8 for $300,000. And you see, look back through the history of the Peter Pan, although it is the prep for the Belmont Stakes. The winner of this race is a rare winner of the Belmont Stakes.
Tonalist most recently.
Yeah, 2014.
2014, where my man Mr. Coburn said he cheated.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been
With
allowed to
California,
run
yes.
without running in the Derby and the Preakness. He didn't really understand the game that well, the co-owner of California.
There you go. Dick, it only drew a field of 5. Let's take a look at the favorite number 1, Intrepid Heart, who's 6-5 for trainer Todd Pletcher, the son of Tappet. Like many Todd Pletcher horses, very lightly raced.
Lightly raced, undefeated, son of Tappet, cost $750. Missed the Derby somehow, but here he is.
Second choice, number 3, Global Campaign, is 2-1 for trainer Stanley Huff. Last time he was seen was in the Fountain of Youth Stakes when he was a reasonably well-beaten fifth.
I thought he really ran well for only his 3rd start. This is a horse who was very powerful winner of 2 starts down at Gulfstream this winter, and I thought that race was pretty good.
He is a son of that. Curlin, let's get the call of the Peter Pan.
Federal Case and Global Campaign out for the lead together. Final Jeopardy 2.5 lengths off of them, with Intrepid Heart to his inside, and a long way last is Sir Winston, who's trailing this field about 10 lengths off the lead. 23.19 was the opening quarter mile for Federal Case and Javier Castellano, who pull away to lead by 2. Global Campaign is second, 2.5. Final Jeopardy is third. Intrepid Heart is 4th halfway up the backstretch and 5.5 lengths off the lead, 7 lengths ahead of trailer Sir Winston. So they continue their run up the backstretch in pursuit of Federal Case, who went 46 flat for a half mile. Global Campaign is a length behind, running in second. Final Jeopardy is third. John Velasquez asking more from Intrepid Heart, who is now 4.5 lengths behind inside the half-mile pole, then Sir Winston. Federal Case on top as they round the far turn. Global Campaign gets closer, so to Final Jeopardy. Intrepid Heart still under heavy pressure back there in 4th, 4 lengths off the lead as Global Campaign grabs the front, coming toward the top of the stretch. 3/4 in 110.16, and Global Campaign turns for home in front in the Peter Pan. Federal Case gives way on the inside. Final Jeopardy trying to come on in the center. Intrepid Heart not today. And now from the back of the pack, Sir Winston is getting going too, and he's rolling down the center of the racetrack. Coming down to the final 16th. It is Global Campaign holding on to the lead. Sir Winston trying hard late, but not going to catch Global Campaign.
Well, the Peter Pan Stakes, a perfect trip for Global Campaign. Had a chance to sit just off the speed, and that opens up a clear lead. Dick, Sir Winston's rolling late, but going to be a little bit too late. Then Global Campaign, a length and a quarter in front, pays $6 to win. Can't help but think Sir Winston, who is going to go to the Belmont Stakes, is going to get bet off of that performance, but it doesn't always work that way when you're going the extra distance. Intrepid Heart was third. Dick, tell us about Global Campaign.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, look, the track was incredibly fast. I mean, 146 and change, not far off the track record, but even with that, it was a good buyer, 101, which makes Global Campaign only the second horse still running these days with a triple-digit buyer. The other, of course, is the Derby winner, in quotation marks, Maximum Security, who has 3 triple digits.
Well, Dick, also on that card, the feature race at Belmont was the Grade 1 Man Award. They'll go 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf for, how about $700,000? A big pot for the turf race. Number 6 Focus Group is 5-2 for some guy named Chad Brown.
Chad Brown in a turf race, a Grade 1 in New York with Irad Ortiz Jr. and Claravich Stable and William Lawrence. What?
He might have a chance. Second choice, number 5, Magic Wand, coming over for trader Aiden O'Brien. Now, she's a filly. She'll go off here at a price of 3-1. And Dick, she's only won 2 races in her career. She's been a close second a couple times in Group 1 races. She was 4th in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. She was 2nd in the recent race down at Gulfstream Park, the Pegasus Day. But she does not win very much.
She does not win very much, but she's running against so many good horses. I understand why she's getting bet in this heat.
Here's the Grade 1 Man of War. Here's the call.
So Hunting Horn out there setting the pace under Michael Hussey, and it's a very sharp one indeed. A 22.98 opening quarter mile. Epical is 2.5 lengths behind, running in second. And backing off the pace here is Channel Maker to be 6 lengths from the front. Then comes Village King and Zulu Alpha. Magic Wand is saving all the ground, and she's 12 lengths off the lead at this point. As they make their way to the backstretch, Focus Group is right alongside of her. Coolin Rock is outside of those two, and Arklow is the trailer through a 47.47 half mile. So it's moderated a bit as they head up the backstretch, but Hunting Horn is out there isolated, in front by 3 over Epical. Channel Maker tracks in third, still about 6 lengths behind. Then it's Village King, followed by Zulu Alpha. Focus Group is right alongside of Magic Wand. They continue to race stride for stride, moving together up the backstretch and still about 10 behind. then Coolin' Rock and Arklow. Hunting Horn's been doing it on the lead here, 3/4, 112.48. And opening up here is Hunting Horn as they race for the far turn. It's now a 6.5 length lead. Epical continues to be second. Channelmaker continues to be third as they move into the far turn. Magic Wand continues to race alongside a Focus Group, and now they're 12 lengths behind. As Hunting Horn's going to try to steal it on the lead here. It's a 7-length advantage after a mile in 136.27. They're into the stretch, and Michael Hussey and Hunting Horn turn for home with a 7-length lead here. But now here comes Channelmaker and Magic Wand. They're up second and third, trying to close in. Hunting Horn trying to hold on. Here comes Channelmaker on the outside, ranging up alongside. Magic Wand and Arklow are closing in two. Channelmaker strikes the front. Channelmaker wins.
Well, Dick, the Man of War Stakes goes to number 8 Channelmaker, 6-1 for trainer Bill Mott. So another grade 1 for Bill, and Joel Rosario on board ends up winning it by a neck as Arklow rallies for Brad Cox to finish second. $15.60 to win on Channelmaker, and he ran some big races last year.
No, he really did. He won the Bowling Green. He won the Turf Classic. Obviously likes this course, and it's Todd, and it's a grade 1, and got a dream ride from Joel. I know Hunting Horn finished fourth.
Right.
I know there's a lot of people criticizing what happened. I love the way that horse was ridden. Just opened up $1 million, opened up $2 million, and got caught at the end beating a length. I had no problem with it. I liked how they rode that horse.
Channelmaker, another grade 1 win. Let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We have stuff from Turning for Home. More action to take a look at. Be right back after this.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Amazing achievements for Pennsylvania breds on the world stage. Thanks to Finest City, Unique Bella, and Shamrock Rose, PA joins Kentucky as the only state in the past decade to breed Eclipse Award champions 3 straight years. Add that to our unmatched incentives. Plus, our Racehorse Development Fund can only be used to support PA breeding and racing. Why breed anywhere else? This is Brian Sanfratello. Go to pabred.com and see why Pennsylvania is the premier place to breed and race.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for our Turning for Home Horse of the Week. Of course, it's brought to you by the folks at Turning for Home. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org. And here's Danielle Montgomery with more.
In December, Tomo Chachi was featured on this segment as our Turning for Home Horse of the Week. At that time, the big gelding was 8 months into rehabilitation for a career-ending injury which our partner farm, Lighted Way Equestrian, carefully helped him through. We are happy to report that Chachi, ever the brave and playful character while he waited for someone to adopt him, has indeed found the perfect home with the lovely Tanya and her husband in New Jersey. Now, Chachi has a new stablemate and a great future, and our partner farm has an open stall available to help yet another retiring racehorse. We always say that it takes a village to help these guys, so thank you for spreading the word about Tomo Chachi, and please visit our website and our social media to help other horses find their homes. Thank you. This is Danielle Montgomery with the PTHA's Turning for Home.
And thanks to Danielle. And of course, Turning for Home also sponsors our Jockey and Trader of the Week. Jockey of the Week is Manny Esquivel. Continues to do a solid job. He had an excellent week, so he's our Jockey of the Week. Trader of the Week is that Carlos Soto's having an excellent 2019. So Carlos is our Trader of the Week. Let's get to race recap up to Belmont Park for the ungraded Run Happy Stakes. 6 furlongs for $1.50. Dick Forense Fire, the winner of that Gallant Bob the Savaging, is back here for Jason Service at 9 to 5. He's going to run big.
Yeah, when he's good, he's really good, and he loves Belmont Park, where he won the Champagne, won the Dwyer last year, and wins off 106. He will be back on Belmont Stakes Day in the Met Mile, where he faced McKenzie, among others.
Firenze Fire wins by 4 3/4, pays $5.80 to win. Out to Santa Anita, the Grade 3 Santa Barbara, the fillies and mares at 1.5 miles on the grass for $100,000. Number 2, Cause for Commotion is 6 to 5. And Dick, even at 1.5 miles, we see these races that are so close. This is a blowout.
Yeah, you don't see blowouts on the grass because the pace is usually so slow. All the horses are still in it at the end. Well, nobody's in it except the winner. Cause for Commotion wins by 9.
And pays $4.40 to win. Eye on Racing. It's all about Pimlico later this afternoon. Dick, they have the Chick Lang for the 3-year-old sprinters. We have the Dixie on the grass. Going to be a great day.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to have nice weather for a change. Like, I went to the Preakness like 40 years in a row, except last year I couldn't see it. Remember the fog? It was like you could be there and you could see nothing. So hopefully it'll be a nice day, and we're due for a nice day in a Triple Crown race.
I saw myself get nipped for second at the end. I did see that, so I wasn't.
I saw myself hit the cold try. Thank you.
Well, let's get to our final break news and notes. We're going to wrap it up after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings. Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable. It's a Smarty Party at Parks Racing Labor Day. Smarty Jones! Get up close and personal with the Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner. Remember this? Don't miss this historic occasion as Smarty will parade one final time down the stretch to celebrate his 15th anniversary of horse racing immortality. Free family fun, plus the Grade 3 Smarty Jones Stakes and 6 other exciting races as well. Yes, Smarty is back at the track. See him live one final time, only at Parks Racing Labor Day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. The final segment brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com. Become an owner today. Bruce Casella. How about Trish Bowman is back with us today? Dick Girardi, Keith Jones. And Dick, you have an interesting story on the website this week. It's about naming horses. And it's really an interesting process.
Yeah, it is an interesting process, and I only thought about this because when I talked to Rick Porter about Omaha Beach, he said the name just became available. So let me find out who the other Omaha Beach was. Turned out it was a horse who ran here at Parks, and I did call our good friend Trish Bowman to go over some things about how it all works. And it is kind of fascinating how these horses get named, what you can do, what you can't do. But it's on Let'sGoRacingParks.com.
Well, my favorite story about names is probably X-rated, unfortunately, so I can't pass that one along, Dick. But it is a really funny story about a horse that got in first time into the program, but got taken out because the name was not terribly acceptable.
Risque.
Well, Dick, how about our picks for the Preakness Stakes?
Sir.
What do you think, lady? Do you like War of Will?
Yeah, I like War of Will. Subject to change. You could see something different in the paper because I am really not sure. But right now, War of Will.
I have to use my head instead of my heart. My heart. I like Brad Cox. I think is a really strong upcoming trader. I had a chance to beat him last year when he was here. Really great guy. I sort of like Owen Dale, but I can see how you like War of Will on just the performance alone.
Yep, there we go.
Well,
one of them, maybe. Well, we'll take these out.
I'm going to go with Owen Dale. How about that? Well, that's going to wrap it up. Don't forget to come out and enjoy the day right here with us, and we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.